Hey, my true tellers, how are you guys doing? Let me see if I can come up a little closer. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. I hope you guys can hear me real good. Let me see if I can go ahead and do a little mic check before I come on. If you can hear me, make sure you give me a thumbs up because yesterday I saw where I was freezing. Okay, guys. Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. And like I said, in here, we are grown folks. We don't have time to tickle no one ears. If you can't stand the heat, you get out of the kitchen. So, as I say, Lord, as we cross over to 2025, I pray that all of us, I pray that we have a blessed season as we cross over. I went ahead and did a little short. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it once I'm finished with this right here. But happy New Year's to all you guys, man. I mean, guys, this was a lot. This was a rough year, but I just pray that we all cross over and thank God that we can leave the old baggage into where it's at and cross over into something that's new. And also, I want to go ahead and talk about. I'm going to change up a little bit. It's time for me to walk in my fullness, walk into my spirituality. Like I said, when it comes to these reality shows, I take the foolish things to confound the wise, and I thank the Most High God that He allowed me to be there where our people at, and where our people at. I talk about it all the time. Our people smack dab in the middle of these reality shows, which I call it the minstrel shows. Okay. And like I said, don't take it personal. To me, I look at this right here. I look at it as my ministry. So let me go ahead and load this music down because I got a lot that I want to go ahead and talk about. Some of you guys that's been following me for a very, very long time, you know exactly where I'm going when it comes to all this stuff right here. I call it a minstrel show, okay? And anytime when I can take the chance to go ahead and tear it down, believe it or not, I will, okay? So I'm trying to see if I can load the music down so I can go ahead and get into everything. Okay. So again, guys, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. I'm trying to load the music down. For some reason, it's not letting me load it down. Okay, guys, I see that I have 17 people that's in the house. Come on and hit that like button. Come in and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer before I get into all this right here. And like I said, nobody mad. but the devil. Okay, if you can't stand the heat, you get out of the kitchen. So right here, the copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, so guys, if you're just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk and Happy New Year's. And this is no way to go ahead and close it out this year 2024 to close it out where I truly believe that what we are doing right now, we are getting rid of the old and we are bringing into the new. Like I said, you can never take old wineskin and put it into new wine. It's going to burst. And a lot of people, you may not understand it, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to understand it. Okay. Like I said, when I break it down, I'm going to break it down where even a child can understand, which is time for me to go ahead and elevate what I'm going to do as we cross over into 2025. I'm going to talk more into my spirituality. And when I talk about it, guys, like I said, just like when it comes to these reality shows, I don't sugarcoat. I truly believe when it comes to certain things, we have to know exactly how to rightfully divide it. The things that was taught to us, some things we have to shake off. So like I said, hey, just like when it comes to this reality show, I told you guys, when you start speaking the truth, people start leaving, you start seeing who's for you and who's not for you. So as I say all the time, if you don't understand what I was talking about, let me go and put this up right quick. What we are doing right now, we are cutting grass. Okay. When I say cutting grass, I'm not talking about going outside and cutting grass. Okay. I'm talking about cutting grass in order to see the snakes. And that's exactly what it's going to be when I talk about my spirituality, because trust me, honey, I know when I call it, you can take it to the bank. I see Sassy Brown is in the house. She says, afternoon, everyone, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you guys as well. Also, I see Shalonda. Shalonda has said, I feel sorry. And I don't know how, what she's talking about, but I'm going to just see if, the spirit would allow me to go ahead and break it apart. But Shalonda has said, I feel sorry for young Black girls when this is what Black women are promoting. Now, I don't know what Shalonda is talking about. I know that she and we went back and forth with some things previous. But the thing about it is that don't feel sorry when it comes to Black women are promoting it, because what you see right here, Black women is not promoting it. They just silly sheep. The power that be is the ones that promoting all this right here. Like I said, they know exactly what makes us move, what makes us dance. They know exactly what's in our mind, because like I said, long as you allow your mind to be the devil's playground, what they're going to do is they're going to play with it. And like I said, when it comes to this channel is not for everyone, because I truly believe that when it came to these people that we are talking about on an everyday basis, these people signed up for this. Much is given, much is required. I know you guys heard this before, okay? So I see that I got only 12 people that went ahead and hit like, and 28 people that's in this house so far. So come on, guys, go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I see my girl Starbucks lover. She says, welcome everyone to Unapologetic Real Talk. So I see where I went ahead and froze again. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let me see. Look like I went ahead and froze. I don't know why, because this right here is a brand new laptop. So ain't nobody mad but the devil. It looked like I have froze. Let me see. Let me go ahead and check to see if I froze, because I know yesterday my screen did freeze. So I don't know if I froze or not. So I'm going to go ahead and check it, see if I froze, because I know yesterday I did. Okay. So far, I think I can see myself on here. I can see. So again, also, Star has said, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share. Also, she says, if you would like to go ahead and support this channel, Go ahead and cash out Real Talk 985. Your support is appreciated but not required. Okay, guys. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. I don't know how long I'm gonna go ahead and stay cam up because I've noticed that I had some problems yesterday. Okay, so if I have any problems, I'm gonna go ahead and cam down. Okay, so like I said, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you are free game. These people went ahead and they put their lives out there. Okay, so you cannot tell people. I saw someone yesterday where they had told me, they said, Lady D, you need to go ahead and you need to go and watch other content creators so you can go ahead and get updated. Make it make sense as if they know. And even if they know, that's something on them. Like I said, I don't have to go to channels to see what's going on outside of this show, which I think, that we should go and talk about what they put on. Stop worrying about these people's personal life. That's why we at where we are now, because so many people, they worrying about what these people are doing in their personal life than worrying about how these people are putting a show for us. Just like Carlos King said. Carlos King had said, which he went over to, some of these people heads, where he's saying these people, they are on a Saturday to entertain us, where we could be outside touching grass. But where are we? We are smack dab in the middle on a freaking Saturday, watching these people, knowing that these people are getting paid, getting paid to put their lives out there. And like I told you guys many a time, they only show you just a snippet. But you guys are so fixated in these people's personal lives. And like I said, a lot of this stuff, some of them, they are putting their own information out there. And I've been telling you guys from day one. I told you guys from day one, I said, trust me, the Most High God is going to pull the sheets from off of these wolves, because they've been feeding these bloggers. These bloggers, they're going to tell you what you want to hear, because all this right here is for clicks and likes. Okay. So I see Vanessa's in the house. She says, hello, everyone. Hey, Vanessa. Okay, so I know you guys didn't want to see this thumbnail, but I said, let me go ahead and put it up right here, because what can be trash to you, it can be somebody else's treasure. Okay, let me go ahead and say it again. What can be trash to you can be somebody else's treasure. Okay, ain't nobody mad but the devil, because when it came to this particular reality show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, these people knew that they were not together when it came to Melody and Martell. They knew that they had so much stuff that was going in their marriage, where the marriage was toxic. But when they pitched this show, I don't know how it just took a turn on its own, but they know that it was fake. Just like Ariane had told you, it was fake. So now we got these trauma binding people that's all involved in all this stuff, rehashing all the stuff that maybe had happened in their personal life. And we got these people that's on this reality show, especially Melody, because like I said, Melody even said herself, I've been talking about it from day one. That's why I know that these people, they are watching when it comes to my live. Now, I may have a little small people, but don't let the numbers fool you, because it's getting to the right people. So we're going to go ahead, just like Melody came out and she said, put names to stuff. So we're not going to say they or Miss Buddy. We're going to say Melody, because now, like I said, it's out in the open. These people, Melody, most likely, and some others, I'm not just going to say Melody, but they was feeding these bloggers. They was feeding these bloggers some stuff that was supposed to happen on this show. And most all this stuff, like I said, these people start looking at it as if it was true. But some of this stuff, is just for ratings. It's just to get people hyped up. But some of these, content creators and the fans that's watched this show, they actually thought that this was these people real life. And when things had, took a turn, especially when it comes to Melody and Martell, the infidelity, it was supposed to be a story. It's supposed to be a story. These people in the beginning, And I feel like, I'm tired of it. It's over with. It's time for us after 2024 to leave this right here in 2024. If Mel, and Martell, is not getting back together, which I don't think that they will ever get back together, but it's either they're going to be co-parents, or they might as well just go their separate ways, because we don't want to hear anything about Mel and Martell unless it's dealing with the kids. And we already know anything that's dealing with the kids is not going to be on this reality show. And that's court order. Okay. So let me go ahead and read some more of the comments. I see my girls in the house checking your booth. She says, "What up, chat? And unapologetic real talk. God bless y'all. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me real good, because I was having problems when it came to my mic. Okay. I hope I'm not too loud. Also, Check Me Boo says, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you. Unapologetic Real Talk. Please share. So, as I was saying, guys, to me, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. All is allegedly, like I said, this is my opinion. These people went ahead and they put their lives out there for the entire world to pick it apart. And like I said, much is given, much is required. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to break down some more when it comes to all this right here. When Maurice had talked about, just like I said, I truly believe that they watches my show, because all the way from the beginning I already had talked about it when it came to the bad blood with the Holts and the Scotts. And I was talking about because of the business scope. Anybody, like I said, would get upset because, they started off together. It was the Holts and the Scotts. They started building this together, and now it's ending up in the Scots' hands. And, if things, continue the way it's continuing, and they continue building, it's going to trickle down to their children, and not when it comes to the host kids. So all that right there, we're going to go ahead and comb through all this right here, because this right here is a lot. And I have some clips I want to go ahead and show you guys all that as well. So if you all are confused and wondering why, you see when it comes to Ariane and Martell, how they are wearing a hard hat, because now, the two of them, they picking up where Martell had left behind when it was coming to home preservation, building homes, getting homes and renovating it and remodeling, that's in Martell's lane. Martell been doing this, this is what he do. This is his job. This is his business. This is what made him millions. So it was, in the beginning, it was Martell and Melody. It was their dream. But like I said, some people, they can just go so far, but that does not mean that they can go all the way. That's why we have to be careful how we cast our pearls to swines. Now, like I said, you all, you might not understand, but like I say, when it comes to this platform right here, this platform is not for everybody. Okay, it's for people that are critical thinkers. It's for people that look at things from a different perspective. Okay, so trust me, all this right here is going to make sense, because like I said, what trash to someone else can be treasure to someone else. That's why we have to be careful. We have to be careful how we allow our gifts to be evil spoken of, or how we cast our pearls to swines. Just because, you feel like, the grass is greener on the other side, and we all do that. We all think that, it's better on the outside. Even me, I'm not going to tell you no lie. Many times, how God has blessed me, and I never even really see it. People were sitting there saying, how, I was so blessed, but I really never saw it until it was taken away from us. You never see it until it's taken away from us. I remember a pastor had told me, he said, it's not for you to see, because when you start seeing it, then you start boasting in yourself. Okay. But sometimes, we think that the grass is greener on the other side. We got people, people that don't have what I call a pot to pee in and a window to throw it out. They'll say, "Oh, girl, come on out. You need to get out of this. I can show you something better." But once you get out there, it's no better than where you was. And then you think that, "Oh, I'm going back home and I'm just going to start all over and we just going to be happy ever after." It's not going to be like that no more. It's not going to be like that no more. Now, some people, they can sit there and they can forget and they can forgive and, everything is all hunky dory. But, like I said, it's not going to happen to some people. That's why I sit there and I tell you guys, especially when it's people that don't have anything coming in your life and telling you to stifle your blessings, walk away from that. Walk away from that. But when it comes to this reality show, the reality show should have been thing, the last thing that these people ever pitched, knowing that their relationship was already broken, knowing that it was already toxic. Okay. So now you know exactly where I'm going with this right here. I see where my girl, let me go ahead and read Checking Boo. She sat there and said that I don't believe Martell is jealous. No, Martell is not jealous. But the thing about it is that Martell, he was with someone, and I know you guys don't want to hear it. Like I said, we got channels that's going to accommodate you. So if this is not the channel for you, then people find a channel that's going to accommodate you. Just like, people sitting there saying, "I need to go and listen to stuff that's updated." No, I'm going to listen to what the Spirit of the Lord is telling me when it comes to the foolish of these things, which is these reality shows. I don't need to go and watch other people tell me allegedly or tell me this is for entertainment purpose only when I can go to the source or I can go to the Most High God. Okay, why would I want to go and jump on someone else's panel soon when they open up just like I open up allegedly for entertainment purpose only? If they have exclusive information, do you think that they're going to go ahead and say that? Make it make sense. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish read what my girl says. She says, "I don't believe Martell is jealous. It was him who wanted to help Marcel. Marcel was not successful with scope before the show, and before Martell and his ex practically gave them scope to help them come up." Boom. Welcome, critical thinkers and truth tellers. Also, she says the grass is not always green on the other side. And we always thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, thinking, "Oh, where I am, oh, it got to be something better." And we got these old bottom feeders, these old chicken heads that's going to tell you, "Oh, come on out here. We living good." Oh, okay. Until you get out there and find out that you are picking with the chickens. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to address some things. I see where I want to go ahead and read this again, where Checking Your Boo is talking about, where she says, "I don't believe Martell is jealous. It was him who wanted to help Marcel. Marcel was not successful with scope before the show, and before Martell has practically gave them scope to help them come up." So let's go ahead and break it down. Okay, like I said there and say, we only can go by of what they put out. Okay, and this right here, we're going to break it down where even a child can understand. So right here, let me make sure that I got my copyright disclaimer up, put all that up. And also, I want to go ahead and put that all this right here is allegedly. All this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, you air it out, you are free game. But let me go ahead and put this right here up. So I want to go ahead and play this clip right quick. Okay, so I think this is the right one where we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back, because sometimes you have to go way back, way back to the archives. Okay, because some people, they have memory loss. Also, Checking Your Boo says, "What was Marcel's doing before the show? What was Maurice doing before the show?" So folks spreading lies like they were doing big things before the show is questionable. Also, Starbucks says that if you are going to be in the bushes and steal talking points, at least hit the like button. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know good well they've been running with my talking points for so long, but they always wants to sit there and give everybody else credit. Okay. Like I said there and say, we are moving right now in a show me state. Okay. The things that you thought that you can get away with it, you are not going to get away with it anymore. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's go into, we're going to go way back. I want to go ahead and talk about Maurice. When Maurice had went to Martell and told Martell, that he think the beef because of scope, which I think so as well. But also it goes for past scope. It started with the comeback group. It definitely started with the comeback group. No, and if you know anything about businesses, sometimes it's just best to, when you start a business, to just start it by yourself. When you start getting friends and families in it, and I'm a true witness, then that's when all the confusion comes out. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with the very beginning. Okay, I want you guys to see it because this really where it started off at. And I think when it came to Martell and Melody, I think that at first they was trying to be underhanded. They was trying to be underhanded. They was trying to undermine the Scots. And I think when the Scots was able to get scoped, that's when, hey, they say, okay, it's like a tick for attack. So let me go ahead and show you this right quick.
Have we met on this? I don't think you said okay. Okay.
You're telling a lie. And you know the lie is in you, and that's not true.
Oh, what happened?
I specifically told you how you gonna do that when Marceau was the one who found the land. Did you tell him? You said, no, we're gonna tell him. I said, you need to tell him or I'm gonna tell him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start right here. We're gonna start with the beginning. When they start, having confusion when it came to the business. First of all, when it came to the comeback group, when it came to the acres, how many acres? 40 acres or 48 acres? Come on and tell me, checking your boo. You heard right there when Kimmy had told it to Martell that Marcel was the one that went ahead and found those acres of land. So let's go ahead and play it back because, like I said, we're going to go back to memory lane. Okay, so we don't have no more to question what is going on because, like I said, these people put it out there for the entire world to pick it apart. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this one more time again.
You guys already getting the land? Have we met on this? I don't think you said okay.
You're telling a lie. And you know the lie is in you, and that's not true.
Oh, what happened?
I specifically told you how you gonna do that when Marceau was the one who found the land. Did you tell him? You said, no, we're gonna tell him. I said, you need to tell him or I'm gonna tell him.
Okay. I'm gonna replay something to you. Marceau found the 47 acres. Marceau introduced you to the financing for the 47 acres. Marceau was not a part of the 47 acres.
We could stop it right there. Marceau was the one that found the 47 acres. Marceau was the one that helped with the finances to find the right people to go ahead and finance that land. Let's go play it again because, like I said, we don't have to wonder or spectate of what's going on because we're hearing it right now out of the horse's mouth. Okay, so let's back it up again. Okay, we're gonna back it up again. Because we are true tellers. And I think that when it came to Martell and it came to Melody, I truly believe that it was, you might not want to hear it. It was not Martell. I think it was Melody wanted it all for herself, okay? And that's just my thought. But I'm going to leave my thought out of it.
Play something to you. Marceau found the 47 acres. Marceau introduced you to the financing for the 47 acres. Marceau was not a part of the 47 acres. Marceau found out after the purchase had already been initiated. Think of that.
Man, I done bought the food, cooked the dinner, made the plate, and then you gonna eat without me?
I think when it comes to the Holt business, honestly, I trust half of what I see and none of what I hear.
And so, like I said, tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, if Marceau went out there and found the 47 acres, help with the financing with the 47 acres, and then you leave him out. Make it make sense. So all that right there, that was bad blood balling up. Because what they was trying to do is they was trying to do some underhanded business deals. What they was going to do is exactly what you see right here. After you saw the Scots went ahead and did all the legwork, they was trying to buy it from under them. Okay, that's exactly what it is. Like I said, I'm breaking it down where even a child can understand. I'm breaking it down where even a child can understand. So it's no way that we can spectate. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's continue.
Our minds, it was the Holts are gonna have to get the 47 acres financially. It was never let's run and get this and not tell them, or let's run and get this and this is ours and not for the group or anything like that. Never was it thought of like that.
I want y'all to think about this. Why did we get started? We want our community to come together and with their individual strengths and say, we can do it too.
And that's the same thing this group has to do. And that goes to my thing in terms of us be able to trust each other, because that's huge. We learned a long time.
And see, let's go ahead and stop about this. Like I said, I've been in business all my life. I've been in business pretty much since I was 16 years old. Started my hair salon business in my house, my mom's house at 12 years old doing church people, okay? From that, and things had grew up. But when it comes to business, like I said, there is say, sometimes it's best to just go ahead and do it by yourself. And what is so hurting is that they had a vision, they had a mission of what they was going to do, once they came together, how they was going to help their community. But like I said, jealousy and greed got the best of them. So let's go ahead and let's see it again.
To my thing in terms of us be able to trust each other, because that's huge. We learned a long time ago, trust is important for relationships. Trust is.
And then what are they talking about trust? First of all, before you guys came in business, y'all should have been trusting each other. So now that you guys are knee deep in the business, so now you guys have trust issues. Make it make sense.
It's important for this group. This is a relationship, right?
I don't want the friendship part to fail because a business venture failed.
I'm checking in on you.
So let's go ahead and stop right here. I'm gonna go ahead and read Checking Boo. Let me go ahead and see what Checking Boo went ahead and she wrote. And then now we're going to go into this week episode where Maurice went ahead and talked to Martell. But I just wanted to show you guys how all this stuff was brewing up and why you see when it comes to Martell and Marceau. So we can't say it's just because of the comeback group, because if we say it's just because of the comeback group, then that means that when it comes to Melody and Martell, they hate every last one of them, which they do. So, like I said, that's the reason why, the bad blood. But let me go ahead and read what Starbucks is, not Starbucks, country girl. Hey, country girl, she's not in here yet, but I guess her spirit is in here. So right here, Checky Boo say, bottom line, Martell and his ex kept saying the Scots filibuster when they kept asking for the money to lock in the 47 acres. The Holts didn't want someone else to get the land, okay? But the thing about it, I understand that part, but they should have made it clear when it comes to the Scots, because if they go around and they get the money and they take the land and it's all just for themselves, then, I would think, hey, they trying to buy from under us. That's how I would have thought about it. So if they thought that people was going to come and buy the land, all they had to do is set up a meeting, make sure everything is in writing, where they would have never came to this point right here. Okay, so if Melody felt like, when it came to the Scots, they were too slow, which that's, how I interpret of what you're saying, Checking Your Boo, then I still think that they should have went back to the table, because it was not just the Holt's business, it was the Holt's and the Scots. So also Checking Your Boo say, yes, Marceau found the 47 acres. The problem is he wasn't moving quick enough by giving their share of money to lock in the land before someone else get the land. So it makes sense the Holt's brought it, but still, no, it doesn't, because when you have a business, and I'm pretty sure that it was an LLC and it was every last person's signature on it, you don't make a business decision without the core, without the your business partners. It doesn't work like that. That's lawsuits bound right there. I can't say right now, just like when it comes to what we are doing right now, where we got family, coming together, where we buying homes, and renovating the homes. All our signatures are on there. So just because they see something that they want just for themselves, but still they using, my business ID number and using my business clients, it it doesn't work like that, because you using what we all had established together, our business clients, and our business ideals and stuff like that, and you going on your own with it. It doesn't work like that, because that's right there, that's bad business right there. Also, Chetney Boo says, even though Marceau found the land, the problem was he failed to make, I read that one, it's common sense. Many people find property, but unless they lock in payment. But see, that's not what, it still was a business. You can't exclude someone out of a business. You can't do that. If they all sign together, then you cannot go behind the person back and say, I want to go ahead and I want to purchase this land just for us. It doesn't work like that. Only way that you can do that, if you go ahead and, disassociate, dissolve yourself from that business. She also says it's common sense. Many people find property, but unless they lock in payments with the bank, the banker will sell to folks who gives the money. Only if they put it in another name, put it in their own name. That's the only way that, it can happen. But still of all, I will be looking at that person side-eyed. Also, Chetney Boo says, Maurice deflecting to say, why did the comeback group get started? Has nothing to do with putting up the money. Also, people can write missions and statements all they want, but when they don't put up the money and do the work, it means nothing. Well, everything is in bylaws. So if everything is in bylaws, when you do your mission and your statements and you do the LLC and you get it notarized and you get it all stamped with the state of secretary or with all that, stuff that you do, if that's a business deal, you cannot come out of that unless you dissolve it. You can't sit there and say, oh, I want to go ahead and I want to do something on my own, but you're doing something similar, using my clients and using, all the stuff that I have. It doesn't work like that. Now, it could work, but then this is where you're going to come with a problem, just like what you see right here. So also, Chetney Boo says, why isn't the Sky speaking about their failure to put up the money? They had several meetings. Why didn't they put up the money during one of their meetings? I don't know why. Only thing that I can go is by of what they are putting out right there. And that's where the problem lies at, Chetney Boo, is because we didn't get a chance to see this stuff right here, because when it came to Melody and Martell, they made it all about their infidelity. So all the stuff that we are asking right now, it happened in the very beginning of this show, but it all was tucked under the rug or put in the corner because we all was focusing on Martell and Melody's infidelity. So when it came to what they really started the show, about, the comeback group, we really didn't talk about it too much. After, I think, maybe season 1 and season 2, we never even really hear anything about the comeback group, because it was all about the infidelity. And when it came to Melody feeding her fans, it was all about the infidelity. It was all about Melody. So let's go ahead and play some more, because we're going to get to the bottom of this. Rest assured.
Oh yeah, you and Marceau decided y'all wanted to let it all out.
Yeah. I'm not saying nothing about it.
Oh, we've never met together. He asked me, hey man, did Mel try to suck that? What the
I only know nasty bitches that.
Wait,
so shut up.
Is it all out?
For me, in terms of, to me, I mean, it's out, yeah.
No, I mean, I personally think that you and Marceau have had issues ever since Scope broke up.
I don't know why though. Why? Because I haven't said nothing about it.
No.
And see right there, like I said, I'm team right. I stand on my truth. My truth may not be your truth, but this is my truth. I think when it came to Martell right there, I don't think that he was telling the truth. I think Martell knew, that the reason why, they all, they couldn't get along anymore because it was business. I just, I understand it. Like I said, I can't tell you nothing that I've never been through. I understand when it comes to getting other people in your business. That's why, when you start a business, make sure you get people. If you're going to do it with other people, make sure it's people that's close to your heart. But then you can have people that's close to your heart, because if I'm not mistaken, when it came to Marcel and Martell, these people was friends. They was best friends. That's why one of my best friends, I made a video. You can go way back in the beginning. I didn't hire her. She wanted me to hire her, to come in one of my business, but she and I was so close. So I couldn't get my best friend, at the time, she really didn't understand why, I didn't hire her. But, some things, is best, when you got friends and families, it's best for you to keep them out of your business. But I think that when it came to Martell, I think Martell knew exactly, what was going on. I think it all started when it came to the comeback group, when they was trying to do some underhanded business deals. I don't think, that it was very professional to go, even if the Scots, was not moving fast enough when it came to coming up with the money to go and try to do some business deals without them. And earlier we did hear when it came to Maurice said that Marcel was the one that had pointed them to a financial place where they can go ahead and most likely get the loan. So quite obvious, like I said, he did was trying to, figure out how they can get the money, because most likely their credit was jacked up. Now, we already know when it comes to Martell and Melody, they credit was really jacked up. They owed almost 50 creditors allegedly. And I'm gonna say all this right here is allegedly. Like I said, if you want somebody to tell you the story the way that you want to tell them, we got so many channels that's going to go ahead and tell it. So let me go ahead and give you my opinion. This is my opinion, allegedly, of what they put out according to the article that I had read. So I'm gonna say all this right here is allegedly. But according to the reports that I read, that, their credit was jacked up. They filed Chapter 7, and, they owed so many creditors. I did read that they owed the IRS almost $10 million, okay? So I don't think that, their credit was, top notch at the time, where it took Marcel to go and try to find someone to give them a loan so they can go ahead and with the payments. Okay, so this is what I see on here. I only can go by of what they putting out. Only can go by of what they putting out. And we can dive deep down into it. We can go ahead and dive deep down into it. But I would like to hear more about this. I want to hear them talk about it next season. I want to hear them talk about how, everything just fell apart when they all came together to build up little old Huntsville. I would like to hear about that, but we never knew about that. But now, since we sick and tired of hearing about Martell and Melody's infidelity, I hope we get back to what this right here, the original, the foundation of why they started Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to some more.
I know that. I'm saying that a lot of people haven't seen y'all relationship before that. I don't think you guys ever bounce back after Scope.
Really?
You guys have like this cycle of destruction, right? Y'all real cool. Then there's something that comes, blows up the relationship. You guys kind of put it back together, but it's not the same. And then it blows up again. Then it's kind of put back together and it's still not the same. And it blows up again.
I don't be knowing what the issues are.
Marcel actually has a company named Scott. Every time you see a building with Scott Holt, together, you gotta feel away. Anything.
So let's go ahead and stop it right here. You guys know, go back and check my videos. Check all my videos. I say the same thing. So that's why I know. Shout out to Maurice. Maurice, give me a shout out, man. I think that he's watching my channel because I've been saying from day one, you know, anytime when the host would pass by and they see the scopes are building up with the Scots building up with the Scots name and the children wearing the hard hat saying scope, which we already know it means Scots and Holts. I would feel some type of way too because we built this together. We built all this together. And now you've seen only one people, we see just the Scots running with our dream that was supposed to be everybody's dream. So let's go ahead and let's listen to some more.
There's something that you dream about doesn't end the way that you would like.
Absolutely.
Or the way that you dreamed it would, then I think that there's something that's in there as far as a feeling about it. Like if you don't, it's almost like saying you're not human. So sometimes when Martell tells me, oh no, this is exactly what I wanted, no, it's not. Because I remember the conversations that you guys were having about building skyscrapers too.
I ain't have no issues with Marcel.
Hey Martell, it's okay to say that you did.
Bro, you should know me by now.
No, I do. That's part of the reason why.
And I was saying.
It was just one question. That's what started it all. Who hurt you the most in this group? You said Marceau.
When he say something to me, I'm going back at him from here on out. That's all I'm saying.
You do, that's what you do, period.
Of course.
So you can see when it comes to these two right here, Marceau and Martell, like I said, they have some bad blood for now, but I truly believe that when it comes to Martell and Marceau, they can put it on the side and take their feelings. That's what messes us up, especially when it comes to Black businesses. We get our feelings into all this right here. Before you know it, we ruin everything. I think if they can put their feelings on the side and they can come together and they can start rebuilding, which that's exactly after I talk about this right here, Checking Your Boo, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this. I see all your comments. We're going to talk about this because I think that when it comes to Martell, I think that he's going to rebuild. He's going to rebuild, and we're going to talk about that. In 2025, that's the reason why I went ahead and I put the thumbnail up, because he's going to rebuild. He's going to get everything back that was taken from him, every last one of them, long as they're doing what's right. Long as they're doing what's right, they're going to get back everything, because we already know greed. When it comes to greed and the love of money, it takes our eyes off the focus. And whether it's going to be with who they thought it was going to be, it might be somebody else. It might be Martell and Ariane. I'm going to talk about all that. That's the reason why I went ahead and put those two together, okay? So let's go ahead and play some more.
A lot of the arguing that Marcel and I had that day, that was never my intention to even say anything like that ever, period. It's just the fact that I just see this person not caring like I think that he should at this moment, the way things that he's saying to me. So it's like, yeah, so like now I'm having to act like a kid.
And the thing that I like about when it comes to Martell, I like about Martell that, even though, he's like a balling pot, he soaks it all in. And once, Mad Day, it's like he explodes. But he also have a forgiving heart. And I truly believe when it comes to the Scots and Martell and Ariane and all of them that wants to get this show back on track, I truly believe that it's possible that it can happen. So that's why, I don't get into all this, other content creators, how they wants to go ahead and they see it. I see it from a different perspective. I see that, yes, we can begin again. Yes, we can start over. It's just remind me of this scripture. And I know you understand exactly what I'm talking about, Checking Your Boo, because, she, I see you writing, but I know you understand what I'm talking about when it comes to this scripture right here, when Moses has sent out Joshua and Caleb to go and spy out the land. and it was many people, they were afraid, because it was giants in that land. So Moses told Joshua and Caleb to go out there because the 12 spies came back with a bad report. But when it came to Joshua and Caleb, they knew that, it was prosperity in that land. They knew that they was able to build. And that's exactly when it comes to what we see right now, when it comes to the Scots and the Holts, that even though they may have started off with bad blood, but it's just like how the Most High God may see us. He may see us, the outer appearance of the person, but inside he sees the heart. And he sees the heart of the man where they can start over. They can start rebuilding. So even though, we got to go ahead and we got to start talking about the weeds, but I see growth. In the mix of all the weeds, I still see growth. I see that these people can do exactly what they started off with. Now, I know, I'm driving, checking your boo. I'm driving her crazy, I'm going to read some of your stuff, but still of all, I want you also to see, from the perspective that I'm giving my commentary that, when it came to all the stuff, the confusion, when it came to their business, how they did so much underhanded stuff. And on top of this, what really drive Martell crazy, when it came to, he told Martell, not Marceau to leave Melody alone. And, he still wanted to hang out with Melody. And you remember when he went and he got out of his bed or wherever he was, and they went and talked and he gave her a drink, and all that stuff plays in Martell's mind, because like I said, even if him and Melody is not together, it still was his ex-wife and it still was the mother of his children, and he felt that Marcel is his friend, where he should have separated himself from that. That's exactly how I see it.
So I'm going to give it back to you. It's rare that I have enemies. It's rare that I fall out with people. If I fall out with somebody, it's because of the other person. It's always been like that, ever.
So you're infallible.
What does that mean?
In a relationship, you're saying it's always the other person, never you.
Damn, man, I know you're an attorney, but dude.
So let's go ahead and stop right there, because he also called Melody out as well, as a deity, but he called Martell fallible, which means that, some people, they don't see the wrong that they do because they so busy, seeing it their way, where, they don't take consideration, of other people. So that's what that meant. Okay. So let's go ahead and get out of this right here. Let me see if I can go ahead and get out of this right here. But before I get out of it, I want to go ahead and read some of the comments. Okay. So let me go ahead and read some. I'm going to start from the beginning, because, my girl, she was writing, so I don't want her to think that I'm ignoring her. It was no signature. Cheney Boo said it was no signature. It can't be signature locked in without providing the money. So I don't know what she meant by no signature, because I thought that, which I'm gonna go ahead and do some more investigating when it comes to this particular topic. When it comes to the comeback group, was it a business or was it just a handshake? So if Checking Your Boots say it was no signature and these people was dealing with business, I don't know if it was a handshake business or it was a LLC. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and check it out. So if it was a handshake, then most likely it's no signature. But if it's a business, a LLC, everything has to be with a paper trail. So also Checking Your Boots says, no way will I lock in a person's signature without them paying their share of money. At a bank, you can't sign an agreement, but if you don't pay the money, it's null and void. So that could be absolutely true too, but still of all, it's still, they all have to come to agreement. You still cannot, even if you say, I want that deal, I have the money, but my partner does not have the money. It's just so much stuff. That's why I sit there and say, just wait until they come out and say what's going on, because we never really heard their side, at least, get deep in it. Because first of all, it's very questionable for the host to come out with their money if it's a business, if it's a business. When you are in a business, you should have all that money in the bank. Everybody should have the money in the bank. So if it's property that they want to go ahead and purchase, they shouldn't be able to wait on somebody else, to come with the money. All that money should be in the bank together. So just say right now, if I want to go ahead and I want to purchase some land, we all purchasing some land. The money should have been in that box, in that bank. So to say that the only ones that had the money, checking your boo, that's right there. That's some explaining to do. That's not a great business deal for only one person. One side of the business person to have the money and the other ones didn't. So maybe they didn't have an LLC. Maybe everything was a little handshake, friendship. I don't know. But also, she says, in order to have bylaws, you must first have a bank account business. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So maybe, all this was a handshake. So if it was a handshake, then, I don't blame Melody and Martell to go and purchase. Okay, guys, sorry about that. It's we New Year's. We getting our black eyed peas and our cabbage together. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a little short. I might do a little cooking to show you guys what I'm doing in the kitchen. So let me go ahead and get back. I was reading, checking your boo. I was reading her. Yeah. So when it comes to this type of business, it's kind of questionable. It's kind of strange. I don't understand why, if they call themselves business, I don't think that they had it all together. I don't think that it was an LLC the way that you're talking about it, country girl. I mean, Chicky Boo. I think that it most likely was a handshake. So if it was a handshake and Melody, they didn't have the money all in the business account, then yes, it's fair use. It's fair use for them to go ahead and get the land before anybody else come and take it. So I do understand that part. I absolutely understand that part. So let me see where I was because I had a phone call. Okay, guys. Like I say, down here in the South, they take these holidays very serious. I don't, but they do. So I'm trying to find where I was before I had what was Marcel doing before the show. Also, even though Marcel found the land, the problem was he failed to make the down payment. The host said that they kept having meetings, but the Scots were putting their money where their mouth was. So, if they didn't do a LLC, and it was all to shake hands, then that was bad business because I wouldn't have never sat there and got into anything like that. Also, she says in common sense, making sure. Let me calm down, guys, because I don't want to feel like I'm freezing. So right here it says, in common sense, many people find property, but unless they lock in payments with the bank. The bank will sell to folks who give the money. Absolutely. Maurice deflected to say, why did the comeback group get started? Has nothing to do with putting up the money. Also, she says people can write mission statements all they want, but when they don't put up the money and do the work, it means nothing. Well, if it's not an LLC, it's nothing that they really can do. Why is the Scott speaking about their failure to put up the money? They had several meetings. Why didn't they put up the money during one of those meetings? They had several meetings while the Holt said they needed the money to lock in the land. It was a bunch of talking, but no results in providing the money. Also, it was no signatures. It can't be signatures locked in without providing the money. Checking Blue says, no way will I lock in a person's signature without them paying their share of money as a bank. You can sign an agreement, but if you don't pay the money, it's null and void. So quite obvious the way that Checking Blue is talking about that, all this stuff was not written in stone. It's always word of mouth, okay? So no Secretary of State is going to stamp on official business without business bank account. Absolutely. That's why we got bylaws, okay? That's what an LLC is for. Maurice was projecting it was Martell who included Marcel. He should have done the business without Marcel. Marcel and his ex were doing good. It was Marcel who was struggling and he wanted to help him. Also, Maurice spent many seasons painting a narrative of Martell as being angry. All of a sudden, now since he has a DUI scandal, he wants to say he wasn't going to let Mel do him as he did Martell. Like I said there and say, only thing that I can say when it comes to all this right here, Checking Boo, is that I would love to hear more about these stories. I would love to hear more about their failed business. But now that they are on track right now, I think that they're going to talk about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to it some more.
Damn near a deity at Trisha's party. And Mel comes and sits down and, I'm so disappointed in you. Damn. Right? And she descended upon me and commenced me to damnation. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed in you. My grandmother was, I'm like, hold on. What you're not about to do is go and tell this whole story in this narrative. Yeah. And what you're not about to do is do to me what you've done to Martell.
So let's go ahead and talk about this right here. We're going to talk about how when it came to Melody and Maurice, which I'm not going to get too much into that conversation right there because I really want to talk about on the focus. Like I said, we are about to we got a few more hours and we're about to cross over into 2025, and we don't want to hear any more about no Martell and Melody. That's it, okay? And like I said earlier, only when it came with the kids, and we're not even going to talk about with the kids because we already know it's court ordered that the kids are not to be discussed on this reality show. But just like Maurice was saying, hurt people hurt people. I think that if Melody was all about her peace and, she wants to try to disassociate herself, from all the toxicity, I think that she should have went ahead and stayed out of it. And she met the right person because that's when the attorney had came out when it came to Maurice, okay?
And what you've done to everybody else, you're not about to project all things that's wrong. Like, to her, you're Satan in the flesh. I'm like, you're not about to make me that. Every person that's cheated in the world, Martell's him. No, I'm not the representation for that. The thing that kind of bothered me about that situation was, Mel, if you were this concerned, you'd have came directly to me. Yeah. You want to disparage my character going from person to person to person to person to person.
Did she at least call you?
No.
My conversation for Melody was more around the implications and the insinuations and those kind of things. Why would you even come to that conclusion? She said we weren't going to talk about it. I was like, huh?
Well, I think that they've learned, right? Especially Martell. Martell does it a lot too. You don't actually need you don't need proof when an insinuation will do. I've given Mel so much grace over years.
Oh, yeah.
Because I understand that her dream wasn't to be this.
Yeah.
She's famous. famous because of what you've done. She's famous because of what you've done.
Hey guys, give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Family coming over, okay? So I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get through this live. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Let me make sure everything is clear. So we can go ahead and get back into it. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's go ahead and this is the part that I want to go ahead and play over again. Okay, let me play this part right here. Let me play this part right here. So let me go ahead and read the disclaimer again, guys. Copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I see that I got a lot of people that's in the bushes, like I said there, and say, you know, hey, guys, when it comes to my platform right here, I'm not changing. I'm not changing. I'm going to call it just like it is. So if you feel that this is not the channel for you, you find a channel that's going to go ahead and accommodate you, because ain't no changing over here. I'm going to call it just like I see it. When you go to other different platforms, however they call it, that's something on them. But in here, I'm going to call it just like I see it. So let me go ahead and play this again. I see I got 47 people and only 29 people went ahead and hit that like. That's just to show you, honey, that, you know, we got a lot of people. That does not mean you're no good at all, okay?
You don't need proof when an insinuation will do. I've given Mel so much grace over years.
Oh, yeah.
Because I understand that her dream wasn't to be this.
Yeah.
She's famous because of what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to show you that. Let me make sure you hear it again. Let's hear it again, okay? So like I said, when they start talking about all this right here next season, this is what we want to hear. We don't want to hear nobody sitting there talking about Martell shoes. We don't want to hear nobody talking about, you know, all this other stuff. Melody's trying to get back with Martell. We don't want to hear that. We want to get to the bottom of this. We want to get to why all this stuff has started, so we can go ahead and move on. Now, I'm going to let you hear it one more time. Where Maurice, and like I said, we are looking from the outside in. We don't know these people from Scotty Dottie or anybody. Like I said, you know, and if you do know these people, like I said, these people put their life on display. So let's go ahead and play this one more time.
She's famous because of what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, what did Maurice say? Maurice said that Melody was famous because of what Martell did. We want to know about that, because we already uh, hearing other bloggers, how they spin the story is that when it came to Melody, Melody is the one that put Martell on his feet. That's all we was hearing. Martell is the dumb person. Martell is the one that, you know, he was hiding in Melody's shadow, suffocating her. Now you heard right there when it came to Maurice. What did Maurice say? What I heard, Maurice said that Martell was the one that made Melody famous. Martell even said that to Tasha K. He wished that he would have followed his first mind, where he would have never got his family on that show. Like I said, we only hear one side because that's the side that we want to ride on. We pick and choose. But like I said, in here is real talk, unapologetic and non-biased. Ain't no changing over here. I'm going to call it just like I said. And what we heard right there is Maurice said that it was Martell that made Melody famous. Melody was in their circle. Let's hear some more. Let's hear some more.
I understand how important her image is to her when she was introduced to this world.
So what he said, when she was introduced to this world, what did he mean by that? What did he mean by that? What Maurice was saying, when Melody was introduced, was grafted into their friendship. That means that these people already was friends way before Melody even came on the scene. These people already was doing their things. So it was Melody that was grafted, that came a part of this circle. Okay? This is how I hear it. Now, if I'm hearing wrong, guys, come on and stop me. Let's see what Checking Your Boots saying. She said, although Martell is doing well now, he would be doing better if a gang of folks wouldn't. Let me read it again, guys. Although Martell is doing well now, he would be doing better if a gang of folks wouldn't have been tearing him down every opportunity he was gaining. Absolutely. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's why I sit there and say, even though, we might go back, and pull out some of these skeletons, we may not like it, but at the end, it's going to be for our good. You see? So right there, we need to know how to get this show back on track, because nobody wants to hear about Melody and Martell infidelity. Not anymore. They need to go and somewhere else with that mess. We want to know about Black excellence. But in order to find out about Black excellence and see these people start building back into their community, then we're going to have to find out how all this started. So let me go ahead and play some more.
That we're in right now, right? The very first day was called Don't Embarrass Me.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's been embarrassed, she's been hurt and been projecting ever since. I haven't seen mail in a long time.
Yeah.
That's real mail.
Okay.
Real mail.
And see, right there, I talk about it all the time. When you put your personal business inside of something that you guys trying to build, it will come crumbling down. I've been telling you guys from day one. That's why it's time for me to start elevating myself. Everything that I said when it came to this show, it all came to pass. When you put your personal business out there, when you guys are doing business, everything is going to come crumbling down. From the very beginning, when they all was together sitting around the table, Melody started talking about her personal business, started talking about the infidelity. where Martell said, why did you even bring that up? That's our business. That's something that's supposed to be in our house. So that's why we couldn't get back on track. That's why we all was talking about Melody and Martell trauma bonding train wagon. We couldn't even stop it. It was going so fast. It took a whole turn on its own. But now, like I said there and say, I know, some people may not understand where I'm going with this, and you could tell they're not understanding where I'm going with this because they're dropping down right now. And look, only got 34 people. 34 people. Because like I said, a lie will run faster than the truth. But the truth gonna slowly but surely come back home. See, you guys not used to this type of talking. Because you guys can't see the trees from the forest. You guys not used to this. You're not used to people from another perspective, critical thinking, a truth teller. That's why I said there and say, it's time for us to elevate ourselves. And in here, I'm going to stand on my truth, even if I had to stand by myself. But the Most High God would never, ever allow me to stand by myself. It would never happen. So miss me with that. He would never, ever allow me to be by myself. But like I said there and I said, the only reason why these people got off track, and even Marcel said it. What did Marcel say? Marcel even said it at the reunion. He said, if I knew it was all about, families, talking about, the relationships, I would have never signed up for this deal. I signed up because I thought it was about Black excellence, about we all coming together and building up our community. But from the very beginning, season 1, do I need to play that tape? The very beginning, Melody put her infidelity on that table. And Martell was in the bedroom with Melody and said, Melody, why did you bring our business out? Why are you feeding these bloggers? And after that, we heard no more about the comeback group. It was all about Melody and Martell. So let's go ahead and play some more. I see Renee. I'm going to try to see if I can read some of y'all comments, guys. I see Renee says that Martell might want to leave Tisha alone. She has brothers and a big family down. Well, we'll talk about that later. We want to see how to get this show back on track. We want to see Black excellence. We want to see them talking about business. And if anybody's sitting there saying that, oh, it's boring talking about business, then you need to go ahead and check yourself. Because as we're moving into year of 2025, if you don't have your own business, you're going to be stuck like Chuck. And it's sad that we have only 1% of Black businesses. 1% of Black businesses right here in the United States. Just a small percentage. And most of it because we tear down each other like a bunch of crabs in a barrel. You guys not ready for this. You guys not ready for this. So let's go ahead and listen to some more.
All right, not projected to the world mail, right? Protecting my image mail.
Yeah.
I'm saying real mail, the not hurt mail, the one that has like this bubbly spirit of love, and I haven't seen that mail in a long time. What I've seen is, I could use that tactical mail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she tearing me up with that too. That mail killing me. It gets difficult at times. Yep, you in that moment. And yeah.
There's a common saying that hurt people hurt people. I think that Melody and Martell are going through their own, 6-year issue that they haven't gotten past. And I think that everyone else.
Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about this. What Marie was talking about. He was talking about tactical mail. And the thing about it is that these people already was separated. Already was separated. So for them to sit there, and we now are in 8 seasons, 8 episodes right now, 8 seasons, I'm sorry, 8 seasons. And we now talking about it right now. It shows you that it had to have some underhanded stuff. All this stuff was about payola. That's all it was about, payola. Because we are now, right now, into 8 seasons. And now we trying to hash out what really happened, why it happened. Because like I said, these people was already separated. Already separated when they pitched this show. And that's why I sat there and say, about now, it should have been some type of solution. Somebody should have came out and took accountability to get this show back on track. And in order to get this show back on track, either Melody wants to continue wallowing in her mess, because that's all it was, mess. Because before you pitched this show, you guys was not together. All this stuff that we are talking about as if it just happened yesterday had been happened. You guys already went your separate ways. You guys out there was wallowing with whoever you wanted to wallow with. But now you're playing on people's emotions. Got these trauma bonding people thinking that all this right here is just happened yesterday. Poor Melody. If you knew that you couldn't handle what was on this show, why did you pitch this show when you know that all the stuff that you playing out right now had already happened? Already infidelity was in that marriage. But like I said, these people was banking off of their pain. And got all these people out here getting lawsuits, going crazy over a freaking reality show, and these people are laughing all the way to the bank. Like I said there and said, ain't nobody gonna sit there and sugarcoat. We gonna call it like it is. This stuff, these people was playing on you guys' emotions, and you guys was just sucking it all up. And it was trying to tell you, only one that really was not trying to tell you, and that was Melody. That was Melody. Because Carlos King would try to tell you. If it's something that's going on with his cast, they would have told him, leave his cast alone. He said his cast, C-A-S-T. That means that these people was entertaining you on a freaking Saturday. And you guys getting all emotional. These people was getting paid. And you guys let this woman, Melody, play with you guys' emotion, playing with you guys' mental, playing with you guys. Thinking that this stuff was really happening. This was not happening. These people was acting, guys. And the only reason why they could not get it back on track, because it spent out of control. Because one person, Melody, did not want to stop this trauma bonding train wagon. They told her to stop it. What did she say? These people are grown people, which is true. Was she lying? No, it was true. But she could have came out and she should have said, look, I'm going to disassociate myself with this right here. Just like she did this foreign guy, when everybody found his email. She put a stop to that, told you guys to leave him alone. But too many people have gotten hurt behind this. One for sure, we will never see her again. You don't play with people's emotions just because you want a payday. And like I said there and say, guys, when you come in here, you gonna get open heart surgery because the truth hurts. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and keep stroking you guys off of a freaking reality show. A freaking reality show. These people played you. And the only reason why it couldn't get back on track, because guys, you guys was caught up into all this lies. All this lies. It was a lie, guys. It was a show. It was a show.
And the impact that it has, because, you know, they're telling us, oh man.
Trish's part.
Group, you know, there's so many disenfranchised.
Let me back it up again because I want it to soak in.
Different people.
I want it to soak in. The reason why they couldn't talk about the comeback group, because it was all about a toxic relationship.
And the impact that it has, because, you know, they're telling us, oh man, I love that idea about the comeback group. You know, there's so many disenfranchised areas that this can impact, and, you know, the impact that it has on economics and all the rest of these.
Why y'all laughing?
They keep laughing when we say comeback group.
I don't know what's funny, guys. I don't get the joke. I don't get it. I don't get
we
it.
get to talk to y'all one-on-one, right? We get to like chill.
Y'all missed the comeback group. No, we did though. Kimmy, how many properties do you own in North Huntsville? You and Reese?
Oh wow, we have 9 at this point.
Yeah, and we have 6.
We have 9. Yeah.
And so while the cameras ain't rolling and we getting paid, we still building in that community.
And so
we just happen to do what we say we're gonna do.
Yeah. Right. We still do on a daily basis exactly what we said we're going to do every single day, even though that may not be the general focus that y'all get to see.
Thank you. Thank you. I could stop right there. I can stop right there. I can stop right here. These people were doing what they had supposed to do. They were out there building. We never knew anything about it. Never knew anything about it because they had content creators coming out of the woodwork, spinning this narrative, making it all about one person, where we lost focus of what this show was all about. The comeback group. And it didn't die. It didn't die. We thought it died. It didn't die. It's going to revive with or without Melody or Martell. But I truly believe when it comes to Martell, that Martell see the full picture. And I think that they see it as well. Let's go ahead and put it back on track. If Melody want to go out there and she want to continue acting, making it all about herself, I showed you clips. She wanted to be the center of attention of everything. And that's why everything has spiraled out of control. Let's play this right here. Because like I said, and here is real talk. I ain't got time to sugarcoat. If I feel like tickling your ears, then I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. So I can get me some clicks and likes and some money. I ain't getting paid off of this. And a little bit that I do get paid, trust me, I will be hungry many a days. This is my ministry. That's why it's time for me to elevate. But the reason why I'm here, because that's where you are. You would rather sit on a soapbox watching this minstrel show than going outside and touching grass.
You guys already getting the land? Have we met on this? Only thing you said, okay.
You telling a lie. And you know the lie.
Hold on, guys. This is not what I want to play. Let me clear some of this out right here. Like I said, if she wants to sit there and get another show or focus on what she's doing, then let her go ahead and focus on what she's doing, because we want to see Black businesses coming together, building up in their community. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see this minstrel show. We don't want to see that anymore. I know I don't want to see it anymore. We want to see, because like I said, we are going now into a time where if you don't have a business, then you're going to be picking with the chickens. You're going to be picking with the chickens. Let me see if I can pull this up. I know I had it last time. Like I said, in here is real talk. I don't know if this is it right here. Let me see if this is it right here. This might be it. And I don't want to see that no more. I do not want to see Melody and Marcel and Tisha filming anymore. I don't want to see. I don't want to see it, because for 8 seasons she had chance after chances to try to make it right, but she beat this horse long as she was getting paid off it. Long as she was getting paid off, she kept beating it and beating it and beating it. Nobody wants to see that no more. Your time is up. We ready to get this show back on track. I can't find what I was looking for, guys. I was looking for another. I can't find it. Let me see. I know it should be here. But nobody wants to see that no more. We getting this show back on track, and it's going to take the Scots to put it back. And I truly believe Martell and Ariane is going to put it on track as well. Because like I said, what trash to you may be treasure to someone else. Ain't nobody told you to cast your pearls out there to swans. And nobody told you to cast your pearls out there like swans. You thought that the grass was green on the other side. Listen to these trauma binding people telling you to go ahead and get rid of your blessings. Your blessings was not just for you. We got to get out our feelings. And we want to sit there and talk. And that's what I want to talk about. In 2025, we're going to talk about this, honey. How we going around the black man this, the black man this, coming down and putting our foot on the black man. That's what the white man told you. And because he all about division. As long as he can get the black man and divide families, he's good. Miss me with that. Honey, we coming together. And when we come together, honey, two coming together, there's ain't no devil in hell can prevail against that. I'm trying to see if I can find. I can't find what I was looking for, guys. I was searching for something. I guess it wasn't meant for me to. I just wanted to show you how Melody made it all about herself, and that's why the show took a whole turn of its own, because she wanted to make it all about herself. But now we're talking about business, and if Carlos King put the ball into the Scots' hands, I truly believe that they're going to get it back on track. And now that when it comes to Marcel and Ariane building up, so quite obvious he got his builder's license, because honey, they building up houses and they are selling it. So ain't nobody mad but the devil. You getting away your blessings, something that you guys dreamed of. Now somebody else walking in your shoes because you thought that the grass was green on the other side. So like I said, ain't nobody mad but the devil, honey. You played yourself. Let me show you this. This is not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you, I think I had played that clip the other day. Yeah, I think this is it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me do this right here. Because I don't care. Like I said.
Why you so negative?
Yeah, this is one I won't play. Like I said, when it comes to my commentary in here, my commentary not for everybody. Because, honey, when you come in here, you're going to say, ouch, or your ears going to bleed. Because I ain't going to sugarcoat. And I'm not going to buck dance for you either. If you think I'm going to buck dance, you're in the wrong place. Okay? So let's go ahead and play this right here.
This show was going so great until your ass got here. Stop being negative.
Oh, you's a
Stop
damn
being
lie.
negative.
What's your problem? What's your problem?
So what did Martell say? Martell said everything was going good until you came in. Because she wanted to make it all about her. They want to have a good time. But soon when she came in, she wanted to make it all about herself. Just like that meeting. When they all came into that meeting, soon the minute she sit down, she knew exactly how to push Martell's button. Before you know it, everything was about what's going on into their household. Nobody cares what's going on in your household.
Why do you keep saying that to me? Why do you keep saying that to me? Why do you keep saying that to me?
I know that this girl's not.
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying that to me?
This group is not about timing, and the smallest little thing detonates the bomb.
Why do you keep saying that to me?
Well, you know I'm gonna say something. You gonna talk about a damn video or a song pertaining to me. You know I'm gonna say that.
About something that a lot of women go through. Y'all want to see a picture, a little clip of the video? I got a little clip of the video. Y'all want to see a little clip of? Yes, they do. Don't y'all want to see a clip?
Nobody want to see. So I just hope you guys just see it. I'm not asking you guys to agree with me. I just hope you guys see it. Are we watching the same show? Like I said, there he said. All she want is her moment. Then all she have to do is just go and focus on that little network that she got on Nubian Network and make it all about her. Make it all about her. That's all she have to do. Because like I said, this show is not just about Melody. And I'm pretty sure if Ariane come on, Ariane is not going to allow Martell and Melody to go back and forth. She gonna make sure, like, hey, I'm gonna have his back. And I did read, and I also saw Checking Your Blue, where you're saying something about Ariane. I did see the clips about Ariane has said some stuff about Martell. I don't take that with a grain of salt. I don't take it with a grain of salt. And the reason why I don't take it with a grain of salt is because, first of all, when Mad Day, we say all types of stuff. And most likely the reason why Ariane said all that stuff about Martell is because, like I said, you know, they left the girl confused. He was in and out, because he couldn't make up his mind. And the reason why he was in and out, because he thought that, you know, he could have his family together, intact with his children. But sometimes, you know, when it comes to children, you know, hey, it's not going to make a complete family. So I guess he realized that. But when Mad Day come, we say about anything. So I don't take that, I promise you, I don't take it with a grain of salt. I don't take none of that with a grain of salt. Because I know when Mad Day, we say all types of stuff. It's time for us to move forward. Because ready or not, you're going to see Martell and Ariane, whatever had happened to them, like I said, you think they weren't about it? It's not going to stop them from doing what they are doing. See, we got to get past the mess. We got to get past all of the drama. And I don't like when people record people's conversation anyway without their consent. That's illegal. But we got to get past all the drama and the gossip. Like I said, you know, if it's not on a reality show, we don't even want to hear nothing about it from now on. Not in here. But I'm pretty sure whatever Ariane and Martell did to each other, like I said, what they're doing now, they're looking at that, hey, that was in the past. It's time for them to push forth. And I truly believe when it comes to Ariane and Martell and the Scotts, whatever differences that they had, they're going to be able to sit there and think about that this is not about us. It's not about us. It's about leaving legacies for our children's children. And like I said, if Melody does not want to be a part of this, then let Melody go. Then let Melody go. But I truly believe when you see the Scotts and you see Martell and Ariane, I truly believe that all of them, Maurice, Kimmy, and anybody else that comes on board, Destiny, because they say Destiny going to be into real estate. They all have something to offer where they can build this show back to where it's supposed to be, and that's Black excellent. And the common denominator, Melody, like I said, they need to go ahead and ice her out. They need to go ahead and ice her out. And the reason why they need to go ahead and ice her out, because we already know if they do not ice her out.
Martell. Don't, man. Hey, listen. Man. Hey, remember, this is the moment that
She satisfying me.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that. Know that.
And let's go ahead and talk about that. Everybody was mad. Everybody was mad with that scene right there. That was DV. You don't put your hands on nobody. And the thing about it is that she already had got over that. But she wanted to make a moment to throw at this man. These people was not even together. These people was not even together. Like I said there and say, these people put their lives out there for entertainment. And you guys bit off a lie. Absolutely. Never trust a person. I would never, ever trust a person who record you without your consent. If they did it to another person, they would do it to you. And especially when they're doing it for financial gain. I would never trust that type of person. I would never trust that type of person. So like I said, whatever Ariane said, she probably called him a dirty dog, called him all types of names. But they was able to bypass that and look at the bigger picture. Look, let's go ahead and let's start building so we can leave legacies for our children's children. That's all it's about. So miss me with all this other BS that you guys running with. You show me where your mind at. I don't even want to even surround myself with those type of people. Because I call those type of people, like I say, bottom feeders. Always worrying about gossiping. Always worrying about sitting there tearing down. If I'm going to tear down, I'm going to build back up. I'm looking for people. If you tear down, let's build back up. Let's not just stay wallowing in our mess. That's the type of people that I want to hang around. I want to hang around eagles that soars, not chickens that stay at the bottom of the barrel. But I truly believe in everything that I have said came to pass. And as we close out into 2024, close that chapter, I see a whole new chapter. I see a whole new chapter. And we're going to sit and we're going to watch this reality show. Sometimes it got to get so bad, just like a bad storm. And down here, we know about bad storms. But if we keep pushing, we're going to start seeing the sun shine. And I truly believe that the sun is going to shine. But we also have to elevate ourselves when it comes to this type of setting, these reality shows. And I pray that when it comes to the ones that's on there, I pray that they get what they need to get and they go. Because these reality shows has no good intent for anyone on there. Because you could never, ever tell you a story when we got a bunch of trauma-binding people watching this. A bunch of snakes, a bunch of demons. But if truth be told, the foundation was corrupt. Built off of blood and sweat, off of AOJ trial. Go and Google that. Go check it out, how some of these reality shows came about. And that's real talk. But like I said there and say, we ready to move forward. And if it's in the Scots' hands, then we know that we're not going to see all this over extra drama. Yes, you're going to see drama because everybody, like I say, everybody wants drama. But I'm talking about people that wants to make it all about themselves. Think about only themselves. And when it comes to Martell, I truly believe that Martell is going to rebuild because he got a strong backbone on the side of him. Like I said, what trash to somebody can be treasure to someone else. I know you don't want to hear that. But everything that this girl touched ended up in somebody else's hands. And the reason why, because she allowed it to be evil spoken of. Like I said, when it comes to my channel is not for everybody. And I'm not going to try to sit there and accommodate you to make you fit in. Because then here's the truth. And it's my truth. I stand on the truth. I stand on righteousness. And it may not be your truth. But I know one thing. If it's an apple, I'm going to call it an apple. If it's an orange, I'm going to call it orange. And not everybody is meant to be into your destiny. And we have to learn some of the words that was given to us. That's what I want to talk about. Some of the terminology, some of the words that we use is because our oppressors gave us that. Do you think that the Most High God wants to see people in a very toxic relationship, tearing each other up, the children soaking it all in? God will remove you out of that quick and in a hurry. And that's real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk. Chicken Boo said, why do so many folks keep trying to change call a show? Can folks come to their home business and ownership to change what belongs to them? It's weird, yes. And like I said, I could take a piece out of this. My life is an open book. You don't have to go around and talk about you got a boatload of information about me, doxing and harassing me. My life is an open book. I could have been in prison. I could have been in prison dealing with my own people. Want what you got. Keep your eyes off of people's blessings. Like I said, when it comes to jealousy, jealousy is crueler than the grave. Everybody wants what everybody else has. Nobody wants to do nothing until they see somebody else have it. If you knew what you was doing, why are you working for me? That's what I used to tell them. If you knew how to run the show, why you didn't start your own show? Now that they done open the door for you and you figure that you can do it better than them. Oh, I can do it better than Carlos King. This man been doing this for 20 years since he got out of college. He got a lot of accomplishments around him. Started with ABC, one of the best. But all of a sudden, this little joker just came from out of nowhere. Feel that, oh, I can outdo this person. That's what they did me in my business. Just because they felt that they had the credentials. So in the minute I was in school trying to get mine, they sitting there trying to sabotage. I can run the business better than her. We got to stop being so jealous. And wondering why everybody gets ahead of us. Because they know exactly what we like. We likes gossiping. We likes to be buck dancing. We likes to buck break each other. We likes to tear down. So they're giving us what we want. That's why I sit there and say, Lord, don't keep holding us for these people. It's time for us to move forward. It's time for us to pick up our pens. It's time for us to pull up our boots. And it's time for us to start marching. Come out of what I call the state of Lodabar. Because that's exactly where we are, in the state of Lodabar. And whether they want to cross over or not, leave them where they are. And Martell is not dumb, Arena. Martell is not dumb. Because a dumb person is not going to sit there and open up a door for many others to come through just to see them act a plumb fool. That's not what I call dumb. And what you're seeing right now is what they're feeding you. Because if you really know these people behind this reality show, you will know that these people are building up. These people got businesses. They're not sitting there punching a 9 to 5, which nothing is wrong with punching a 9 to 5 clock. But you cannot call Martell dumb when this man outside tearing down buildings and building it up and selling it. That's not what I call dumb, especially when we are the ones that's watching it. That's what I call dumb. We are the ones sitting on our sofa, on our soapbox, watching them. That's what I call dumb. While they entertain us, that's what I call dumb. Okay, like I said, ain't nobody gonna sit there and tickle your ears and act, crazy like you guys. We gonna speak truth in here. I don't call that slow when someone open the door for others to come through. And not only open the door for Melody come through, for her mother as well. This man opened up his house and let his mother, Melody's mother, come and stay there. I don't call that dumb. I call a person with a caring heart. And just like Chicken Your Boo has said, when it came to Martell with the business, he opened the door for Maurice. I read it. I heard what you said. But I know exactly how to tie it in together for God to get the glory out of it. Because it's always going to be somebody that's going to help you to get to where you need to get. But don't start showing your skirt. Don't start getting a big head. When somebody else help you to get to where you need to get, you help the next person. And I understand what Martell is going through. What about me? What about me? I did this for you. I did this, but it's not about you. Just like they say, Debbie, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about Dottie. It's not about Squatty. Because God gonna get the glory. I understand what he's saying. How he helped so many people. And it looked like the ones that they helped, all they did was sit there, put their foot on his neck. And all he's saying is, what about me? But God get the glory, not man. God get the glory. Your job is to continue to open doors. Continue to open doors and watch God gonna have a blessing. And as you can see right now, God is about to have a blessing where it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Don't worry about the outsiders. It really hurts my heart how they out here tearing each other up for almighty dollars. A tick for a tack. I hope you stop, because I'm pretty sure that you guys can come together and be a force to be reckoned with. And that's real talk, guys. Can't get no clearer than that. It's only now that Martell is striking in defense because Marcel, his ex, and others refuse to let his past go. Absolutely. But God sat there and say, let go and let God. Don't do like some said, I'm going to let go, but I'm going to continue beating his dead horse. When God say let go, let go. Because the devil, like I sat there and said, he peeked into your future. And he know your past. But you know it better than the devils. You know it better than these devils. So who could tell your story better than you? Don't let nobody hold you hostage because of your past. You just keep pushing. Because like I said, he only know your past, but he don't know the future. Because if he know the future, he would know that he see himself in there and his days are numbered. Their days are numbered. I promise you, their days are numbered. And as we cross over in a few more hours into 2025, God said there and say 8 is a new beginning. Now we're going into 9. Either you're in or you're out. Either you're hot or you're cold, but you cannot be in between. Because the things that you should have known, you can't carry that old baggage into your new season. Because like I said, the devil is right now working overtime, seeking who he can devour, but his time is numbered. That's it for him. So why are you continue allowing these cankerworms, these palmer worms, these locusts to take what God has given you? Don't listen to these people telling you to get rid of your husband. Because that's what the devil wanted you. It was all about division. He been after the black man, and you guys don't want to hear that. But that's what I'm going to start talking about. No more of these hocus pocus stories telling you to get rid of the black man, telling you to get rid of your family so your children can go out there, be buck wild. Because he's all about division, he's all about confusion. That's why the Most High God gave you a helpmate. And a man is only going to treat you the way that you allow him to treat you. And if he's not taking anything from your house, if he's not disrespecting you, then you continue building for your children's children. Because I promise you, it's going to be somebody going to show you exactly how it's done. So don't get mad. Just take notes, and that's real talk. It's sad when we got these trauma bonding people telling you to sit there. It's sad. Let me go ahead and close it out with this because we're going into the new year. And as we go into the new year, guys, I promise you, this is it. This is it. You either got it or you don't, but you're going to be left behind because we are going into a time right now. Ain't nobody going to share with nobody. You think that you're going to cross over without a fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight. But I'm here to tell you that the kingdom of heaven is going to suffer violence, but we're going to take it by force. We're going to take it by force, honey. And that's real talk.
That going up in the church every Sunday, oh, I love the Lord. No, you don't.
Uh-oh.
You living with the Lord. You know him. You see him on the street. The black man is in the image of God. He might be the closest to God you ever get. So we need to look at him in that way sometime. And it's not devaluing us because we reproduce God. Try to find you a man who believes he is God. It's okay. Who don't want no woman? Who don't want no man, rather, who believe he God? I don't want no man who don't believe he God. No. Believe that. You in the image of God. They describe you. You've been lost to the knowledge of yourself by this wicked beast that's been over us. But you can still take on the right attitude. You can take on the right behavior that'll make us respect you again. But our respect for you cannot come from nothing that white people made up.
It was